Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Welcome in, guys, to another great episode of What's Up Fan Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers with us, T. Gat, and Sam Crow in the building. What's going on, fellas?
Hello.
I feel wonderful.
I bet you do. Your coats are sitting nice and pretty up there. Which are
5-1.
5-1.
Do not discredit us.
Y'all won a hard-fought game with Arizona. I mean, them the best wins right there. When you edge out,
we needed a game with adversity, man. I was happy for that win. Arizona, that's a good team. That's a solid team right there. They got a solid foundation.
They do. They really do, man. I know everybody. We were hard on Kyler Murray last week for that play. You know, he took the football to the head and looked like he was concussed for a moment. So. So hey, but the Cardinals, man, they hopefully they can find a stride. But y'all saw my Saints how we played. I just watch it for pure entertainment now. I don't expect nothing. I don't go in no expectations. I do like a evaluation right now. Flowers, I'm in evaluation mode. I'm
just like, comic relief.
I like how you playing.
Tape mode.
I'm like,
I know the feeling.
Definitely tape mode. Because we just defense terrible, O-line terrible.
Rebuild next year.
Yep, rebuild next year. But anyway, we just lost Gatwood just that fast. Man, we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk a little college football. We saw Indiana bring down Oregon. That slashed a whole bunch of parlays at their right, Flowers.
It wasn't shocking, man. It wasn't shocking. I wasn't shocked about Indiana beating Oregon, man. I really wasn't.
To be honest, we saw Oregon struggle with Penn State. So it's just like with these teams, do y'all think NIL is playing a huge factor with some of these major colleges? These major colleges losing like that?
No doubt. Level playing field, and these original blue bloods, they don't have the depth that they used to have per se 10 years ago. They don't have that same depth. Those guys that would have been back up to the starters are starters in other places now. So it's an equal playing field. The coaching matters more than anything.
Yeah, and we saw Penn State fire their head coach. It definitely does matter because with that school, they had so much high hopes for those guys. This team this year, and to just come up and just come fall flat on their faces, astounding. Especially with that talent.
I don't want to be too hard on James Franklin, even though it's time for James to move on and Penn State to part ways. But I felt like last year was Franklin's best chance, especially if you look at the guys that's in the professional ranks now. You had Durrell Carter, you had Tyler Warren, to go along with what you have there this year. So last year was the year.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, it sure was. So the college football rankings right now is Ohio State number 1, Miami number 2, Indiana number 3, Texas A&M number 4, Ole Miss number 5, Alabama number 6, Texas Tech number 7, Oregon 8, LSU 9. Georgia's 9, LSU 10th. So with that being said, in your eyes, Gatwood, who's the best college football team out right now?
Well, you know, I'm a little biased. I'm an Ole Miss fan, but if we're being honest here, it's kind of hard not to say Ohio State. They're defending champs. They're number one. They ain't lost yet. So until somebody beats them, it's Ohio State to me. I mean, they won the national championship last year.
Yeah, I totally agree. Ohio State taking care of business. You know, they were in some close games, but they usually pull it out in the fourth quarter. I think I can't remember this past Saturday game. They was in a fight and they would pull it out. Flowers.
They win the fight.
Flowers. Who would you say is the best team?
Look, I'm gonna say it's Ohio State. 2 reasons: scheduling, because they don't play anybody, for the rest of the year. In my opinion, I'm quite sure the Michigan game will be, probably a fierce, depending on how, things handle themselves. Look, the SEC is beating up each other, man. I remember for the past couple of years, people have been, moaning and griping about the SEC doesn't play anybody. Now they're playing with a 9-game conference schedule, and they're beating the hell out of each other. So, and another reason why I think Ohio State is probably the best team, because of Matt Patricia and the defense. It's hard to score on them. Matt Patricia's giving these college guys professional looks, and it's confusing these guys and it's slowing them down. It's hard to keep up and score with them, when you can't put points on the board. So
it's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I'm gonna go a different route. Sound Crow, Texas. They came up and won that game. It was a big game for them.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do you feel like Texas is getting back on their stride? You think Arch Manning is selling it in?
I think so. I mean, you always see these guys. There's always hiccups. There's always bumps along the way. Will they continue? I mean, will they keep staying in stride? I think it's a good possibility. But you always got to expect there's always highs and lows there. But things change. Season changes. The dynamics change. As everybody's saying, Ohio State. I mean, the defense is obviously keeping them in the top spot for a reason. So there's all kinds of variables there. And I would say, just because, and I know they're not ranked super high, still keep an eye on Alabama. I mean, Nick Saban, had that program for so long. The Tide, now and again, they show up. I'm not saying they will do it this year, but you just can't count them out. I mean, they always find ways at the last second, the closing witching hour there. It's definitely interesting. I mean, it's hard to say. Rankings change too, so you never know. But I think there's a lot of good competition, at least to say, there's several good schools out there that are really stepping up this year.
Yeah, that Texas Oklahoma game, it was really I was really happy for Arch Manning and them boys, because it seemed like they took control and it was a hard fought game. Arch, you saw something different. He was getting the ball out a lot quicker. It was more decisive. So, do y'all think Texas bounces back? Flower, you think they get back into the rankings?
I mean, they're ranked. I think they're like 22nd or 21st, something like that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But regardless of their ranking, I don't trust Texas. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they caught Oklahoma at a good time. Mateer coming off surgery with a broken hand. He hadn't played in 2 weeks. He was rusty. So I just think they caught Oklahoma at the perfect time. Texas still has a lot to show me. I mean, I'm quite sure that, I didn't watch the game, but I'm just from looking at the highlights and stuff. There's some improvement, offensively with Arch, but I still don't think he's there. And that doesn't mean that he won't, achieve it. But I'm starting to think that I don't think Texas is the right place for him. I would rather see Arch at Ole Miss with Kiffin. I think Kiffin would do a better job with that young man.
I love
that
that.
Sarkisian is doing with him. No disrespect to Sarkisian, but I just think that, if you just look over history, Sarkisian, and you compare Sarkisian and Kiffin at Ole Miss, I just think Kiffin gets more out of his quarterbacks than Sarkisian does. But that's just my opinion.
Fair.
Yeah. So even when Quinn Ewers was there, and they still struggle here and there, especially against better teams. So it's gonna time will tell with Arch. Is he gonna make the jump? Is he gonna transfer? But who knows? We do know he is staying there more than 2 years. His granddaddy wasn't lying. He's saying he playing more years than he needed. So
his draft stock ain't up right now.
No,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, go back, man. Arch, go back. Come back another
don't
year.
come in
So we
too
can get you.
early. Yeah.
Don't get. We gonna get you. Don't worry, man.
'Cause I mean, I know this is a different comparison, but like you remember Joe Burrow, his first year at LSU, he was kind of mediocre,
Oh yeah.
and then his
Yep.
second year is when he took off. I mean, you
Yep.
might could see something like that with Arch. I mean, sometimes
Well,
quarterbacks just got to get their feet wet.
Right.
Mhm.
that too. He was at Ohio State, so sometimes it do take a couple years
Yeah.
to get everything down, and then you make the jump.
Yep.
So, man, we're gonna move on to some NFL. Aaron Gleen, we're gonna talk about him and his case. But first, we're gonna go back to the offseason with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets drama. So let's listen here. Have video of Aaron Rodgers talking about his run-in with Aaron Gleen.
I meet with the coach. We start talking. He runs out of the room. I'm like, that's kind of strange. I was like, then he comes back with the GM. And I'm like, all right. So we sit down in the office. And I think we're going to have this long conversation. I've flown across the country. And 20 seconds in, he goes, I mean, literally, I'm talking to the GM about something. And he leans to the edge of his sheet and goes, so do you want to play football? And I was like, yeah, I'm interested. And he said, we're going a different direction at quarterback. And I said, and I was kind of shocked. Now, not shocked because I didn't think that was a possibility. Listen, of course, they want to move on. That's totally fine. But shocked because I just flew across country. You could have told me this on the phone. If we weren't even going to have a conversation, and this is verbatim exactly how it happened. So I said, huh? And he goes, we just want to know how you want it released, the messaging. And I said, verbatim, I don't give a shit about the message. And I said, why? And then he said, I don't want to be up in front of the room saying something and have guys looking back at you.
Interesting.
And I said, what does that even mean? Are you assuming that I would be in the back of the room during a team meeting undermining what you're saying? I said, you don't know me. And he said, you don't know me. And then I said, exactly, which is why I flew across the country to have a face-to-face meeting with you to talk about my experience with the Jets and to hear your vision for the team. 20 seconds in. What I thought was going to be a couple-hour meeting turned into like a 15-minute meeting, and I walked out of there.
All right. So we saw the debacle this past Sunday over in Europe with Aaron Glenn coaching his team, and I never seen nothing before. They look like they look like they was going like trying to make a drive. Then all of a sudden they're like, "Nah, we run it." And they're like, "Nah, we ain't gonna do nothing else with it." Flowers, do Aaron Glenn make it to another year as a Jets head coach?
Man, this is hard to say because I would think that the Jets staff or the Jets organization wouldn't want to continue, buying out these coaches. Just outside looking in, it does look like Aaron Glenn's a little over his head, in my opinion. Especially for him to be a defensive coach, and they're struggling defensively. There's no reason, even though Salah had his mishaps in a sense, they were always pristine on the defensive side of the ball. If they pulled Justin Fields out of that game this past Sunday and put Tyrod Taylor in, I think they win that game. Now, I know he's already said that Fields is his guy. So, I mean, Garrett Wilson is out. I don't think they're going to win anytime soon. And the more they lose, you see Garrett Wilson blow up at them on the sideline. I can't blame them because, what are we doing here? There's a chance. I mean, we can convert a fourth down. We fake a punt, convert a fourth down. Then we just cool it. What are we doing? So I think there's a lot of questioning going on with what the hell Eric Glenn's trying to figure out. Hopefully he figures it out, or I'm quite sure he doesn't make it. I'm quite sure they'll let him finish the year, but You know, if they win less than 3 games and it's looking like that, hell, they might not win a game this year. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
have to be realistic. We have to look at the schedule
Yep.
and be realistic with ourselves.
Tough schedule.
It's becoming slim to none. So, this might just be a one and done for Aaron Glenn.
Yep. Could be.
Yeah, and I watch all the game. I watch some of it. They gotta do something with Justin Fields, man. Like, I don't know who they think the guy is. He's dropped back and
He's not.
tapping the ball, patting it.
And people are
there's people like that's not his play style.
Right.
Why y'all got this dude dropping back like that, trying to read the defense and make the pass? Well, he got sacked 9 times? It was crazy. I lost count of how many times he got sacked. So after the game, this report came out. They said the NFL deadline is 3 weeks away, and that the Jets are receiving calls. They mentioned 4 players who could be moved: Brees Hall, Quincy Williams, Michael Carter, and Quinn Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that report came out, Brees Hall hit the Twitter and said they want me to lay down, but I got something to stand for. Free 20. Do Aaron Glenn make it at the end of the season? Does he go in for another year?
It's hard to say because I mean they've been firing so many coaches, and just like Flowers was saying, they've been eating a lot of money with these coaches.
Yep.
I mean, if you look at the Jets over the years, I don't know. I feel like they need to change the page a little bit. They always have a defensive-minded head coach. I mean, look back, you got Saleh, Rex Ryan, all coaches like that. Maybe they should turn the page and hire an offensive-minded coach. I don't know. Maybe try something different.
Yep, mix it up.
What you think, Sam Pro? Should they switch it up or just stick it out with Aaron Glenn?
Well, here's the thing, and I love Aaron Glenn. I watched him when he was playing back in the day too. Plus what he did with that Lions defense. Obviously, this is a far cry. This Jets team is nowhere close to what he did with the Lions defense, which I think was the major selling point the Jets wanted him. I always said too, I don't think the Jets were the most attractive head coaching opportunity there. I mean, there's others that weren't as well, but if you compare that to the Brian Callahan situation, who the Titans just fired, I mean, the slow start this year.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he had a better first year as opposed to Aaron Glenn. And I mean, like the other guys are saying too, I mean, the Jets, they spend an awful lot of money on these coaches. And really, it's just embarrassing at this point because you're expecting results. You move on from Rodgers, which probably was the best thing for Rodgers at this point. He's in a better situation in Pittsburgh right now, clearly. With Justin Fields, I mean, I don't know. It's almost like there's just no answer there. So, and again, the schedule doesn't get any easier. So, like Flowers said, I don't think the Jets are going to be winning anytime soon. This might be the first time since the 2008 Lions they could have a winless season. So, and that was pretty sad for Detroit fans there. And I'm positive Jets fans are. I think it's public knowledge that they're calling for his head, but you got to think there's rumblings there because, winless season to this point is not what a team anticipates. And I don't think they were super talented, but the Jets do have some better skill position players and some other teams that had rough starts. So you think they'd be in a better spot. So I would definitely say the heat is on for Aaron Glenn. If he can't at least muster, I mean, a couple of wins and they definitely go winless, I think they got to pull the plug. You got to try something different. And again, same thing like Gatwood said too. I think they need to go back to an offensive mind. Just the defense is just not working there. So switch it up. I don't know if that means go college level or if you look for another veteran coach or somewhere else, an up and comer. But I think they got to be a little bit more do due diligence to find a good coach and not just rush anything. Not saying they did that with Aaron Glenn, but I think they got to do something because the Jets fans are not going to sit pretty with this the rest of this year. If this is the future, they ain't going to worry. They're going to worry about next year too.
The Jets fans coming for some blood. But I was thinking about this. Aaron Glenn probably need to pull a page out of Sean Payton. He tried the hard-nosed approach where Payton, he didn't do any talking. He started trading guys immediately when he got in that locker room. He saw something he didn't like, he got rid of him. Dante Stallworth, You know, you saw Jimmy Graham starting after he got rid of Jimmy Graham after a while. So Aaron Gleen, he got a clean house. They just got to start over, man. It seemed like these guys are just not buying in, and Justin Fields just don't fit.
Nope.
So draft a quarterback. Hopefully, like I said, who's their OC, Flowers? You know?
I'm not even sure who's the OC.
I forget. Yeah,
I don't even know who their OC is.
I don't even know if they
should. Terrible.
I don't know if they should even hire it. I mean, if they should even draft a quarterback early. I think they need to figure some other stuff out before they throw a young quarterback into the fire. They need to get a bridge quarterback.
I'll just keep Justin Fields there and bring in a younger quarterback. I want to start him off immediately, not behind that O-line. Well, the O-line's not terrible. It's just
that O-line is not bad, man. That O-line is pretty solid. The Fields just holds on to the ball too long.
He's holding on to the football. So bringing a young guy. Yeah,
do y'all think anybody's the answer in this draft, though? I mean, who do y'all think?
No.
I mean, I don't know.
I have a theory.
Ooh.
I think that the NFL is in an age that quarterbacks within the next, I'm going to say 5 to 7 years, aren't going to be that good. So you're going to see a lot of resurrections like you've been seeing lately. You're going to see more and more because I don't, especially, I mean, let's just look for what Raiola next year. He probably is going to be all right. Think about this year. Who's impressing?
I don't think he's that good.
Aller, he got hurt. He's out for
he got carted off the field, but I mean,
he didn't look good.
He doesn't look good. So
Oregon quarterback.
There's nobody impressing me. You know, they're trying to hype up Dante Moore. I'm not sure about Mendoza in Indiana. You know, it could be a system thing. So I just don't know anybody that's standing out to me in college that's playing the quarterback position. So I just think it's going to be a shortage of young guys coming in, starting off early, being impactful. You ain't gonna see a Jaden Daniels, a Caleb Williams for me. I don't think.
No.
Dart. Everybody was like, I would say it was about 40 to 60% on Dart.
I wasn't shocked about Dart.
I thought Dart was going to be good.
Yeah.
I was also biased because of an Ole Miss fan there.
Mm-hmm. I was like, one of the ones taking
he
early.
had the tools. Yeah, I think he had the tools and the charisma, and people were just worrying about his decision making. But Dable, he the one who fits Josh Allen.
That'll change. Yeah, that'll change. So, he'll get better.
I think
tell me a guy this year that is tough as Dart was last year coming out of college, as far as running ability, being able to make all the throws. I don't see it.
No.
Yeah, I think that Joey Aguilar from Tennessee, I think he could be pretty good.
Yeah.
He's solid. But I don't know if he's in Dart's level.
No, I don't think none of them guys are.
Jets
all
are in
right,
trouble.
Tua, man, he came out and he said a lot of stuff, man. So I got the video right here. We're gonna dissect Tua and his frustrations.
Well, I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that.
That was Tua. Basically just threw the whole team on bus.
That's a no-no.
Accountability. Team coaches not holding players in check. What were your thoughts when you saw that press conference of Tua?
It's hard for me to take any. I mean, that's probably the CTE talking, if we're being honest. I mean, he's a completely different guy than he used to be. But if you're the quarterback and you're the leader of the team, you can't be throwing everybody under the bus. I mean, a lot of the stuff he does is his fault. He's just not playing good right now. He's not making good decisions. He's throwing a lot of interceptions. I mean, you got to take responsibility for yourself.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all saw, but somebody on Twitter, some like old teammate that was there for a little bit, was talking about how Tua was late to meetings and stuff like that.
I saw that too.
I saw that. Yep. So he's just got to watch what he's saying at this point. I mean, they're 1-5. You got to take responsibility. You're the quarterback.
Heck yeah.
Soundcrow, did you have issues with Tua's?
Oh, I have major. I'll say this one. I'm on the bandwagon of. I think the Tua era is over in Miami there because, and especially with this. Listen, the quarterback. That's what one thing I didn't hear him say. It starts with me. It's on me. I'm not. That's the difference between guys like Brady's, the Mannings, the Roethlisberger. It starts with me. I had a bad game. I got to do better. I got to do more before you start calling out the rest of the team, let alone the coaching staff. I get there's frustration. Obviously, again, 1-5 is not where a team wants to be. But when you can clearly, we've seen it time and time again this whole season where Tua is just maybe again. I think he's had one too many concussions myself, and they do add up after a while. I just think that you got to look at yourself and say, "Am I the problem here? I mean, what am I doing to help the team? His play we see blatantly is not what it could be. I know he's played much better than that in previous years. So I think you really got to. I always take issue when you don't step up for yourself and say it starts with me before you point the finger. So I think you got to dial it back. But I know tempers flare and everything happens, and who knows what goes on behind the scenes. We don't see what goes on in the locker room and in the meetings either. So maybe it was just an emotional moment. Don't know. I've seen it happen before, but for me, you just, especially publicly, I always say to you, never air your dirty laundry like that because that just really just is a bad rep for the team and just bad overall. That brings the mood down and everything. So I think you're just going about it the wrong way.
Flowers. Tua have done something different.
I'm half and half. Now, when we get short clips of things, we have to go back and make sure we look at the full,
Yep.
monologue of things. A lot of people tried to bash Tua because, like Sam was saying, they felt like he wasn't taking accountability. Now, in the clip prior to him saying that, he did take accountability. So I gotta give him a pass on that.
That's fair.
I think saying Tua is the problem is a scapegoat. I really do. Because it's fraudulent for the players to vote him as a captain and put a C on his chest. And then when he tries to lead by example, you throw shit at him. Okay. So
Yep.
I think Miami is just a hellhole. It's probably the worst, in my opinion, it's the worst place in sports, to have a sports team because it's are you focused? Or do you run do you want to run on South Beach and look at women all day? You know what I'm saying? So
Fair.
Side Tyreek Hill.
you know what I'm saying? There's that's the perfect example, right? Tyreek Hill goes to Miami. A lot of things he was doing in Miami, he didn't do in Kansas City. Can we blame
Exactly.
Tua for that?
10 baby mamas in 1
I
year.
gotta take up for him because the one thing, even though he makes mistakes, of course, I'm not saying he's good. I think if you put him with a better structured team that can protect him, he could do better than some of these guys are doing in the league. Me personally,
for sure.
That's true. Yeah.
I just think Mike McDaniel needs to be the one,
Oh
at
yeah.
the forefront before Tua. I ain't saying Tua don't deserve blame, but at least he's man enough to say, well, I threw them interceptions, prior to talking about the team meetings. The guy that called him out, people that I'm quite sure people were waiting to take their shots at him, but look, that man's a warrior. I know he's been knocked upside the head, one too many times, but
yeah,
that's commitment for him to go through that, put his life in danger to be out there for 52 other guys. And I just think everybody needs to hold a piece of accountability in this situation.
So, I mean, do y'all think Tua, you think he compares well to, somebody like Michael Penix? So, say they switch roles. I mean, because I feel like they're similar type players. I mean, they're both lefty.
Well, Penix,
But,
I think
say Tua was on the Falcons.
I think they would be decent. I think they'd be solid. I think he probably could do more than what Penix is doing in a sense, because
that's
of
fair.
course
Yeah.
he's more seasoned than Michael
he's
Penix.
more seasoned.
But we've seen Tua take that team to other than him getting knocked out, they've been successful. So I just don't want to take too much away from him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I can't. I'm kind of like borderline too. I get it, but cause the whole organization down to coaching is a mess, especially with Matt Daniels. He don't hold his players accountable enough, and they too finesse, they too soft. But Tua, he has his own problems. He had games where he just didn't show up. So I get the leadership problem where he's not putting up the numbers he need to put up to win them games. Like he been throwing interceptions left and right the last couple of games. So it just I think he shouldn't have came off like that by saying people not meeting up the team means and players and all that type of jazz. Things should keep it simple. Said we just need to come together and figure this thing out. Down to myself, we need to hold each other accountable. Still throwing out to the media, cause now the media know that shoot,
there's issues.
They ain't doing what they ain't nobody's doing what they need to do, and they make Matt Daniels look even worse. Than before.
Oh yeah.
So that even more. So that dude like he's smoking like 3 or 4 joints a day now. So that's like he losing his hair. Like so he put more pressure on Matt Daniels. He like dang.
And I can contest to this because I watched Miami and us play week 1. Okay, we blew the brakes off of them. And as I'm watching the game, to me, it just felt like a lot of people didn't know what they were doing. People weren't lining up. A lot of people looking around, trying to, get calls and stuff. So they looked like they, weren't, fully prepared. Week 1. They played better and to me, when they lost Tyreek Hill, they started playing better offensively because you don't have to focus on trying to cater, to a personality. Tua has done a better job spreading the wealth around.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like the Giants looked a lot smoother, even though Russell Wilson was not in, but the Giants play calling, it looked a lot better. Even now with the running game going, they will be able to get the ball out to Robinson and Theo Johnson. The play calling looked a lot smoother. Not saying
Malik Neighbors. I would definitely tell you.
But they want Neighbors.
Nah, I'm not saying Neighbors was a problem. I'm just saying like they had a thing like, okay, now we gotta think of other ways and just relying on Neighbors all the time. We gotta get the
because Jaxson Dart brings something that Russ couldn't do anymore.
Exactly.
Run with the football. That opens up so much more. When the quarterbacks are mobile and like Jaxson Dart can, take off and give you 40, 50 yards.
Yeah. Russ can't do that.
Dart, right. Jaxson Dart kind of plays like a young Russ, if we're being honest.
Yeah, for sure. I see the similarities there. Yeah.
I'll say like a.
I mean, it's almost
like I feel like he's a mixture between Herbert and Allen.
That's another
I'm talking about like size wise though. Like Russell Wilson and him are kind of similar in stature, and Russell Wilson you could
Dart like 6'3".
Dart ain't 6'3". He's probably 6'1".
He's like he's not 6'1".
I don't think Dart's 6'3".
I don't think so either.
I pick it up.
Maybe 6'2". Maybe 6'2".
Maybe 6'2". He definitely not.
I mean, he's taller.
He's just a big body guy. He's a nice big guy.
Yeah,
that's why I think he's more similar of Herbert and Allen, like a mixture of both, because he want to run, he want to take them hits. He gonna have to learn to get down. Yeah, Russ didn't really want to take hits. He run out of bounds or get down, but Allen, Dart, he seemed like he wanted to contact. So
you know why? He's feeding off a Scatterboo.
Yep. Those are good boys there. Yeah.
All the headbutting before the game.
6'2".
He's 6'2".
Yeah, he's 6'2".
All the headbutting before the game will get you going. All right, man. The Falcons beat the Bills 24-14. Flowers, what were your thoughts with that game?
Since I'm the only one that picked them.
Yeah, you did. But remember, on the slip we had, what did we have? We had the Falcons plus 10. Remember?
I told we had the conversation Saturday night, and I told you then this was a trap game. Yes.
Yep.
And now we're in the part of the season we kind of know what these teams are going to do.
Yep.
You have to look at injuries and you have to pair these rosters. And like I told Ben, Atlanta, great offensive line. They can run the ball.
Yep.
Buffalo can't stop the run. Defense is iffy. So I thought that Atlanta would do a great job of containing Josh Allen because I feel like he's lacking a major weapon. I felt this
Yeah.
way for the last 3 years, Sam. I keep,
Yep.
you know, if RC was on here, he probably say, "Oh, he don't need it." But I've been
Oh,
trying to
he do.
advocate for Lamar and Josh Allen for the past 3
Yep.
years.
Yep.
Go get these guys a dude. They need
Yeah.
a dude.
Yep.
Josh Allen needs a dude. He had Diggs a few years ago, but he hadn't had that. So
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown, come here.
Right. That's what I'm
Somebody
talking
like
about.
that. Put
Yeah.
AJ Brown with Josh Allen.
Oh, that would be
Set the world
wonderful.
on fire.
Oh yeah.
I
Totally agree.
I really thought Keon Coleman was going to become that this year. I really did. I had high hopes for him.
Let
His
me tell you the
separation
one
is
thing.
not elite.
Yeah.
It's
That-
his separation.
yeah.
That's what is hurting him. His separation, but he got hands like, but it just them
Yeah.
tight window throws.
Yep.
Mhm.
He's a contest guy.
Yep.
So that's why I think that's why he need to do some. AJ Brown, he can run that short, intermediate, and deep.
Yep.
He can hit all 3 levels. That's why I feel like they probably should ask for Hill, even though they're in division, wouldn't happen. But still, they need a guy that can threaten them deep. And I saw from the Bills last night, nobody can get open. Who
No.
was that? Elijah Moore.
Yep.
It's not doing anything for him.
No.
I think Samuel had 2 catches, 3
Curtis,
catches.
yeah.
Like that.
Yep.
Josh does a great job of spreading the wealth, but when it
Yeah.
comes down to, like I say, he needs a guy that he can be reliable with. I
Oh
think
yeah.
if I had to guess, it's Kincaid this year. Last year was Shakir.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In my opinion, I think this year is probably a little more of Kincaid.
Yeah.
But they got to get Josh Allen to do it. And look, I'm not letting Atlanta off the hook. Look, they scored 21, in the first half. Couldn't score in the second half. They gave Buffalo every chance to get back into this game and win.
Yep.
They took them to the fourth quarter. To put the extra 3 points on the board and kind of stall Buffalo out. But
Yep.
it's just the NFL, man. Just because Buffalo lost don't mean they're a bad team. It's
Yeah.
just you have weeks like this where you run into teams that can match up with your roster well, and
Yeah.
Atlanta's at home. So
Yeah. That helps.
they're motivated to play.
Yep.
Watching that game, it showed me that Drake London is legit number one. That dude's a
He's
dog.
there.
yeah.
He finally
He's
arrived.
balling,
Finally
yeah.
arrived.
He's a
You
dog.
just gotta get the ball in his hand. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. He finally he said, I understand it now. And look
Yep.
at him.
Settling in. Yep.
Soundcrow, how you feel about the Falcons? You think they can make a run for the playoffs?
Well, I mean, it's tough. Obviously, I think the only really, no offense to New Orleans, and Carolina, I think the only competition there is Tampa. But I mean, they came close a couple of years ago. I mean, it was neck and neck. So if they can keep playing like this, and I said, Drake London is the number one. Penix settles in. You give the ball to Bijan. I mean, if that defense can, be solid, the line is good. I don't see why not. I mean, it's not outside of Tampa Bay, it's not a strong division. So despite the, Carolina beating up on the Cowboys, it's the Cowboys. I mean, come on. So, but yeah, I think anything's possible. I always say, you got to watch towards the end of the season because you see when the teams really want it badly, they start stepping up. So if Atlanta starts getting in that jive and that groove, I mean, Tampa Bay's riding pretty good now, but a lot of things can happen. So yeah, I think it's possible.
Speaking of Tampa Bay, they did take care of the 49ers, the injured 49ers. They 30-19. Fred Warner went out. I know y'all saw the injury.
He's done.
It was
I hate
brutal.
to see that.
Yeah, he's out for the year.
Yep, they're done.
So with that being said, Gatwood, is the Buccaneers the best team in NFC?
Ooh.
I mean, they're definitely one. They're definitely one of them. It's still. I mean, we're 6 games in the season. There's a lot of things that can happen.
True.
They got a good defense. Baker Mayfield, he's going to figure it out regardless. He didn't have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Igbuka got hurt.
Yep.
Bucky Irvin was hurt.
Yep.
I mean, Baker Mayfield's a dog. We got to put some respect on Baker
MVP.
Mayfield's name.
I think so.
He's top 5 now. Top 5 quarterback right now for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're dangerous. I mean, I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs. I'll tell you that. I mean, I think they can make a run.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. There was a report that came out on the Saints. They were actually looking at Baker. And you know what they finally thought of Baker? They said he was too much of a liability. His personality. They were scared of something.
Oh,
So
goodness.
they looked the other way. I was like, that makes sense. That's just
Now,
typical Saints making typical
Yep.
moves like
listen,
that.
now,
They just
if
don't
that
want to
was
win.
his draft card, I understand it. But
Right.
That's different.
everything Baker's been through the past few years, like I say, leaving Cleveland, Carolina, and the Rams, and finally following his feet to get an opportunity. This is the best version we got.
He's grown. Yeah.
Man, I think to myself, I said, Saints or whoever wrote that report should have kept that to themselves. They ain't like, we don't want to hear
They should
that.
come to himself because if Baker hears about it, he's gonna try to hang up 40 on you.
Yeah.
Hey,
He'll do it
he
too.
is. He
He'll
will.
do
You
it.
see Drake May, what he did to us? Yeah, Baker coming.
Yeah. Baker's fun to watch, man. He's
Yeah.
his stories is crazy. I mean, Cleveland being dumb and letting him go is the best thing that happened to his career.
Yeah, for sure.
And he won a playoff game in Cleveland. The
Yeah.
Who
Stefanski
else
got
can
to
say
go.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin
And look
Stefanski
at
got to go.
Yeah.
and look
Yeah.
at Cleveland now. Look at Cleveland now. Flowers. So is Baker your MVP right now?
Whew, man,
That's wow.
look, it's him, Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Bijan's up there.
He's got to. Yeah.
Bijan got to be
Definitely
up there because of numbers. I'm trying to think of. Honestly, Patrick Mahomes is a dark horse. I'm gonna say that too. Patrick Mahomes, the way he's playing right now, he's looking like the Patrick Mahomes from about 3 or 4 years ago. I'd be weary.
Yeah.
Most definitely. SoundCrow, like I said, with the 49 injuries, what should that outlook look like towards this season? You know,
Well,
Rob Purdy coming back, Matt Jones. How should the 49ers handle this following season?
Well, I mean, the outlook's got to be bleak because you already lost Bosa, and now you lose Fred Warner on that defense, which really hurts. Losing one guy is bad enough, but both your stars there hurts. And again, the division there,
The tough.
strive.
It's a tough division.
Arizona's coming into a stride. I mean, you don't count the Rams out. You just can't. I mean, I know they sometimes they can be up and down, but they'll find a way. And then Seattle, Seattle's actually. I will say I'm impressed by Seattle this year. You don't expect much, but they're actually. So it's an uphill battle. I think honestly, the Niners are towards the bottom of that pile, looking up. They got a lot of ground to make up, and the injuries don't help. So I think you got to be realistic and understand that your odds are not good. But does that mean you give up and just say it's over for the year? No, I wouldn't tank. So because you never know, things change. Other teams, they get a bad streak. You could be right back in it just like that. Again, 6 games in, a lot can happen, a lot of football left. But I think you do have to realize that key injuries like that, it really can be costly for your season.
Yeah, it definitely is. And the 49ers, man, it just seemed like they can't get rid of the injury curse.
Nope.
Every year they come in depleted. By the time they make it to the playoffs, they shell themselves.
Oh yeah.
Look at the guys that's getting hurt. Also, it's the guys that have been on these playoff runs with them for the last couple of years. Fred Warner was 120 plus games consecutively started. If Fred Warner if he plays that whole game, 49ers might win that game.
Yeah,
A great chance of winning the game past Sunday. Because you lose your signal caller, the guy that puts everybody in their place defensively.
Oh yeah.
You can look at the 49ers and the D Winners and them guys, they were trying to get everybody lined up, but Baker, he took advantage of it.
For sure. Yeah, they rolled them.
Spreading them up. All right, we're gonna take a little advertisement break. We were brought to you by Swift Energy. If you need a little pick me up, grab you a tub of Swift Energy. It's 25% off. Use code VOL13 and get you a nice Swift. Get you some Swift Energy.
Ooh, yeah. Smooth.
All right. Chiefs versus Lions. The Chiefs beat the Lions. Oh, where'd my score go? 30-17. Flowers. I'll put a fork in them. I might have to take my fork back in.
Detroit ran into a buzzsaw, man. Kansas City, this is what we were expecting as far as they started slow. They're starting to pick it up. Like I say, this Patrick Mahomes look different from the Patrick Mahomes has been playing for the previous 2 years. 1 year I had him on fantasy, he didn't do nothing for me. So
I
um
got him this year.
Spreading the ball around.
he's on it now. He is on it right now. They
He's
get
heating
receiving
up.
rights
Yeah.
back. Now I do worry about them in a sense. Not just because I'm saying this. I don't think they're world beaters again. I just think that they're just primed to win some games, go on a run. I still don't think they can run the ball. I think that's a problem. Patrick
Mm-mm.
Mahomes cannot be your leading rusher. I just the
No.
Rasheed Rice comes back, gives them another option for Pat to throw it to play toss with. I don't think that they're gonna. I think that they're either gonna be the last seed or they're not gonna make playoffs.
They're
That,
not going
that's
to. Yeah.
that's
Agreed.
the kind of year this is
But
gonna be for the Chiefs.
but they might mess around and still win the division because I mean they're 3-3 and the
Yeah.
Chargers are
Chargers.
4-2.
Beat up.
Yeah,
They're going to
Chargers
give it to him.
Vidal
Yeah, they could
stepped
give it
the
to him.
bid for him
The
for the Chargers.
Broncos, I
I
think.
don't trust them.
I don't know.
I
Yeah, I don't
don't
trust the
trust them,
Broncos.
but
No.
because the one thing I'm gonna say about the Broncos is Bo Nix is not a great deep ball thrower.
No.
No.
He's great 0 to 21 yards, but anything beyond, I don't know if he's scared to take the shots or maybe he's just not a great deep ball thrower because they got the guys Sutton, Franklin,
Mims.
Mims. They have the
Mims.
guys to stretch the field,
Yeah.
and they're not stretching the field, so that makes me wonder about them defensively. They're wonderful, man.
Oh yeah,
They're
they got
wonderful.
good. Yeah, across the board.
So
What
you're
makes the
right,
Chiefs?
Gatwood. They're not out of it. This shit, they can win
They
the
not
division.
but this what when I say I had to take my fork out of Chiefs, what kind of scared me about him is that Thornton didn't have a catch. He was their main guy the last 2 or 3 weeks. Didn't have a catch, and they were still moving the ball down the field at will. And Rice is coming back this week.
Mm-hmm.
And we remember how they looked when they had Rice. The
Before you
offense
say that,
rolled.
now, if we look at Detroit defensively,
Yeah,
those guys, they're all right, but
yeah.
they were missing the one of their cover corners. Their secondary is,
That's
So
that's
let's say be wary with this information because
Yeah.
they play the Raiders. This week they should beat the Raiders, but okay, the Chargers get a little healthier.
You never know.
the
Sean
only
Payton,
team.
October
Well,
to
let me.
December. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But like I said, that's what we're worrying about. That's what we're worrying about. Chiefs is that if you look at some of the top teams in the AFC, their secondary is bad.
Oh, it is.
Like the Ravens, the Bills, like the teams that probably be knocking off the Chiefs, they are struggling
Mm-hmm.
guarding receivers. So me looking at the Chiefs, I'm like, dang, they usually exploit those two teams.
Yep.
So who really gonna take them out? The only team I can think of is Denver, who every time they play them, they give them a hard time. So they
Right.
have to play against a team that has a pretty good defense that can back it up. They don't gotta score a lot of points, but like put Patrick Mahomes.
Great example, Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville don't have the greatest
Jacksonville,
defense,
yeah.
but
Well,
they
they
did enough.
create turnovers. They
Mhm.
opportunistic. So that's what's worrying me when they run against some of these better teams, especially if they make the playoffs. Would they be able to stop Chiefs? And I just don't see it. I don't see the Ravens, especially when they get Rice
Ravens
back.
ain't gonna get in.
Ravens are dead. They're dead.
Yeah,
They're
they're
dead.
dead. But I was gonna say, I mean, this is probably the most wide open we've seen the NFL in a long time.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
thought it's
Oh, for sure.
anybody's year this year. And but something that would scare me, like Flowers was saying, if they go and make a move and get like a Brees Hall or something, that would be
Mhm.
scary if the Chiefs did something like that.
Alvin Kamara.
Alvin
Alvin
Kamara.
Kamara.
They said
Brees
no.
Hall
God, I
is
hope
a
not.
lot. Brees Hall is more of a, no disrespect to Kamara, but Brees Hall is a playmaking is a playmaker from somebody that way winning a lot of games if you put in with the
Yeah.
right pieces.
I would say Kamara, because the Saints are swearing up and down they not trading Kamara. I think that's a bold-faced lie.
No,
I
that's
send
not.
him to Denver. Denver could use him.
They're talking about
Sean,
trading him
Sean
and
Payton would love to
Olave.
have him back there. Yeah.
What you say?
Olave going to get traded too. They've been talking about.
I don't think in the Bills should call the Saints and ask about Shaheed or Olave. Olave fit in great with Josh Allen because he can get open and he can stretch the field.
Yep.
You make a point. You make a point.
Yeah.
The
Fair.
Chiefs, man, Hey, they just and another thing, along the ref is on. I know everybody says, but it's true.
It was
Zero
bad.
flag,
Yeah, it was
zero
bad this
flag.
past Sunday.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Travis
Zero.
Kelce didn't catch that ball. The ball obviously hits the
Pass
ground.
He
interference
passed his
call.
prime now, so
Oh goodness.
The pass interference call when you pass interference. So it's just like, what y'all doing? Come on, y'all can't make it this obvious. But
So y'all
the
think Garrett
Bears,
Wilson's gonna be available?
Who?
yes.
Garrett
Y'all think
Wilson,
Garrett
He,
Wilson's gonna be
he's
available?
hurt, so it makes me wonder.
maybe.
Yeah.
I
I
think
look
he
if
will.
I'm him, get me out of here because
That's what I was gonna
that's
say.
another
Yeah,
piece. Garrett Wilson, that is a true number one that is riding,
they're
riding
wasting
him with the
talent.
Jets. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
wasting
they're
talent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Jets would trade him in division to the Bills though.
that would be
Yeah,
interesting.
that's another thing.
I tell the Jets, I give you a second for Garrett Wilson. Take it or leave it.
That's
But they might take it.
Jackson, what
it's a
they been
fire
doing?
sale.
They've
I
been
mean, if their
doing lately.
season's over, I mean, hey,
No, Brees Hall. I mean, they
who do you
like I
want?
said, I think
I'm
they did
telling you,
lose
They're
man.
him by.
If you put Brees Hall with, like I say, Kansas City, I'm trying. Who else? Oof. Who
There's a
needs a
lot of
running
options.
back? Who needs a running back? That's the question.
Commanders need a running back.
That could be it. Yeah, I mean,
Just
Crosby's
put,
pretty
just
good. Crosby
yeah.
Merritt's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Who- But he sucked it up last game.
He's a rookie, bro. He's gonna be good though. He's gonna be a
But him and
problem.
Brees Hall, we is running back committee. Split them. Brees Hall he'll do great with the
Brees
Commanders.
Hall
maybe,
I
can
maybe
catch out the
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh
backfield
could
and
be an
everything.
option.
He's Brees Hall is special, man.
he is.
I'm telling you, Brees Hall is special. He's just not in the right system.
Send him to
Jay brought up
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh could be good.
Yeah,
Jay
Pittsburgh could
brought
use
up
him.
That
Brees
would be
Hall to
nice. That would
Yeah.
be nice.
who?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh getting Brees Hall. That could be a nice. Nothing against
Oh,
Caleb,
Warren.
but
Yeah, Warren. He's struggling right now.
Jalen Warren, yeah.
Brees Hall to the Steelers.
And taking the pressure off of Rodgers would help them greatly too. Instead of a reliable back that can carry the load.
Breakdown with J&L said Brees Hall to the Chargers. Well, yeah, split
That could
carries
be,
with,
yeah.
I mean,
Warren.
that will
But
work,
I
but
feel
they
like they're
got
the
too much
same back.
invested in the youngster.
Now I feel like they don't
That's
almost
true,
same
yeah.
back anyway. Then he said Kamara would be perfect with the Chiefs. Yeah, I think so too. Man, Kamara just fit the Chiefs.
He can fit really anywhere.
What's the name? Brashard Smith. I see that Kansas City starting to use him, the back out of SMU.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't
I
bad.
see
He's not bad.
the Chiefs are starting to use him, as a utility guy, catching out the backfield and stuff. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
Kamara would fit that role. We
I
can't
want to
see
see him get
perfectly.
ring. Yeah, Kai, they can. They can put him in motion out wide in the slot slot position.
He can still catch it, yeah.
Kill him. I also happy about Kellen Moore. Cause what I saw Flowers, he's opening up the playbook more. I noticed that, and he started putting Kamara out at wide out. He started putting him in the slot. I was
So
like,
why
dang, good.
get the ball in his hand?
He
He can catch it, yeah. He got good hands still.
And then he finally, I guess the light bulb went out. Like, oh shoot, Kamara, I can match him up. And he finally did it. I'm like, thank goodness,
Yeah.
bro. I was starting to worry about you.
There's another
All
team. The Patriots could use one of those running backs too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they could.
yeah.
They got Stevenson,
No, fumble issue Stevenson. Everybody puts all this stock in the Henderson kid. He's
Yeah,
not
too
ready.
much. No,
Like
he's
you
not.
don't want to overload them. You just want to put that
Trayvon.
kid in spots.
Yep.
They need a solid guy. I agree with Gavin with them. They need a solid guy back there.
Yeah, I like that. Even as Ramondre swap, get him out and bring, unload one and bring in another. Yeah.
Well, contenders, they looking to make moves, and somebody gonna have a fire sale. I think the Saints gonna be one of them. I think the Jets gonna be one of them.
For sure. Yeah.
I don't know what Bengals are doing. I don't know.
Nobody knows what the Bengals are doing. So.
I don't know what kind of
I would
fire sale
love
they
for us
had.
to trade for Trey Henderson. Bring him back to Luke.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be nice,
Bengals
yeah.
Bengals need to clear up some space and just try to revamp again, man.
Yeah.
Y'all might
All
as well
right,
trade for Joe Burrow at this point.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. The Bears beat the Commanders 25-24.
Ouch.
Pro, do you think Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson have finally figured it out?
I don't know if I go that far. I mean, I saw the game. I mean, they had some flashes. DeAndre Swift obviously got some good runs in there. I mean, same thing with some of the teams. I don't know if I'm sold yet that they got it all completely figured out. I mean, there's always room for improvement. It was a good win. Was there some luck to it at the end? Possibly. I don't know. It's one of those, like, I don't know if I'm sold yet. I mean, I like the Ben Johnson hire, obviously. I think that was a nice move for them. It's obviously a good pairing. Is Caleb Williams going to be a legit franchise quarterback? Don't know. I mean, I think that he's still got to work on some things. I think there's some growing he can do yet. I think the Bears are trending in the right direction, if you want to call it that. But I still think that I'm not sure if I'm ready to say that they've got it completely figured out. I still feel like there's some improvement they got to do. I mean, they did beef up the line this year to help. So, I would say at least they have a good shot. And again, that division, the way that Detroit's kind of fizzling a bit there. I mean, Vikings aren't going to do much there. Then there's the Packers, but so there's potential. I think there's a couple more things they could do, but they're heading the right way.
Well, I know it was about the game last night that the ball was coming out pretty quick out of Caleb Williams' hands, a lot of misdirection. You got DeAndre Swift out in space, which is a great call. He was that back before Gibbs was there in with the Lions. Flowers,
Yep.
You think Ben Johnson on the same page with his quarterback Caleb now?
Yeah, and I think Ben's doing a better job of running the ball more. They need that balance. Don't put everything in Caleb Williams' hand. Give him a chance for both of them to grow together. Start handing the ball off like you did in Detroit. Have a balanced game. Like I say, get the ball out of your hands quick. Chicago got the weapons, man.
Yep.
Roma Duzier looks great. I think, and I do this every week. I hadn't been on the show for a few weeks, but I do this every week. Thank the Chicago Bears for drafting Loveland. Thank
Lovely.
you.
Yeah.
That's a
Coach
yeah.
Thank
That's a
you.
great
That
pickup.
blew
That's
my
so
mind.
stupid. That's
Thank you.
crazy.
He
Thank
said, thank you. Flower
Thank
got
you,
to send him a
sir.
gift basket. You got to send the
I
organization
will.
a
I'm
gift
gonna send them a
basket.
Tyler Warren jersey.
Yeah, there you go.
That was
Tyler
shocking.
Warren been looking nice on my fantasy team too.
Yeah.
Looking nice on mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the coach defense. I'm everybody reaping the benefits of the
Hey,
coach
go
over
go
here.
go on trade them to me because you don't want them. You don't
Nah, I'm
want them.
keeping them boys.
Look, I was about to go pick them up, and I seen you. I said, "Look at this one." Right.
Hey, I said, man, look at these boys. I've been watching the coach games because you. I'm like, oh, this defense is nice. It's nice.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and get these boys up. So, hey, the Saints are available though. You can grab my boys. We can do a trade.
Nah, look when Denver go on a bye, I kind of already know who I'm gonna slide and get and pick up.
I mean, looking ahead, huh? So, game picks, man. I forgot to do that at the beginning of the show. We can go ahead and do that right now.
Hey. You messed up.
How?
You got me 9-6, and I'm actually 10-5. You got the Raiders. You got the Raiders count for me as a loss.
I got it. Let me go back and look at the I marked it red.
Yes. You got me
Shame team.
9-6.
What
I was
game?
10-5.
What
I'm about to
game?
go back and look. I'm about to
Yes,
go back and look. Ben's
Gatwood.
Nah,
fraud.
Check
Gatwood.
Gatwood. Go
Nah,
check
you
Ben's a
Gatwood.
fraud.
You pick Gatwood.
Ben's a fraud.
Nah, you pick. Oh, you said the
That's
Raiders and
crazy.
who?
You had me red on the Raiders and Titans.
Dude, I got everybody red. I have it backwards.
Well, at least he admits it.
Green.
He's dyslexic. That's crazy.
You see what he's doing to us?
Hey. He dyslexic. That's crazy.
Well, he's a Saints fan. What do you expect? I mean, no, I'm kidding.
Hey, bro, no. See, we ain't gonna tolerate that, bro.
Everything's backward.
Oh snap, man! I can't believe I did that.
You gotta slow down, man.
Man,
Take your time. Don't run.
Man, I was doing it last night, bro.
Go at your own pace, buddy.
You were sleepy when you.
Good.
There's no shame. Yeah, he was doing half. Yeah.
Man, I was sleepy because I was working on Jaxson Dart t-shirts and everything. And I was doing like two
Thomas
things
say, take your time. What's the rush?
Man, I know I ain't gonna show
You
the
can't
game
rush
pitch,
perfection.
Guys. I gotta
That's
retally this.
There you go, boy.
I gotta retally this.
Homework.
I think you just gotta it's just that one game.
Well, no, I did everybody like that. I mark RC red. I mark you red. I mark T Wright red. I mark Gatwood red. So I gotta go back and change. I can still show it though, but just add one win.
All right,
and
Bill
subtract the loss.
Callahan.
I'm feeling like Aaron Gleen over here. Like, I'm just staring. Like, what?
Wow.
Let me add it up.
Yeah.
All right, let me put the game picks, man. Oh my word. See, I try to make things easier for me. It made things hard.
So you gotta just
All
have
right.
one win.
And then we gotta add the plus
Yeah,
one.
just add one win to your total and subtract one loss. So
Unless
here's
you
the
pick
game
the
picks.
Titans.
There it is. Here's some music.
Oh, you talking
Wow.
a
We're
tight
neck- we're-
squeeze.
We're all neck to neck.
Mm-hmm. A tight squeeze.
That's tight.
Yeah, it's really tight, man.
Wow.
So with this one, I think RC's probably. I gotta go check. No, Randy's. So RC's first with 59. Gatwood has 58. Flowers have 57. Linda has 54. I got to subtract that one from her, and I have 53. And I think T Wright has 54. So I'm at the bottom. Hang on.
Wow.
Ain't that something?
No,
Man, I
nobody perfect.
gotta lock in. What you say?
I mean,
Ain't nobody perfect. Nobody perfect.
I'm going for the
illustrated that
three-peat,
point, yeah.
man. If I win this year, I'm going for the three-peat.
No, it's a new league, Gatwood.
I'm going for the three-peat, dog.
No, this is a new. We
I love
started
the
over with
confidence there.
counting,
That's good.
So we left that in the old league.
Hey,
Oh, he's
I don't know
deterring now. Okay.
I mean, the new league this year, 2-4 in fantasy. So
Wow.
Yo, for some reason, you get lucky, cause people that draft front
Lucky.
cannot draft.
lucky.
They cannot
them.
draft. They cannot draft, bro. I'm trying. I promise you, they cannot draft.
That's excuses, ain't it, Flowers?
Nah, I promise they can't draft. Look at our league. It pretty much set in stone who's making the playoffs. I'm at least getting the 5th or 6th spot.
You ain't getting
Man,
in, brother. You ain't getting in.
Linda's bad. Walt's bad. My brother's bad. My brother-in-law's team's bad. I'm getting in.
First round exit, just like the Texans.
Oh,
My first round.
nice.
Jay said, "Why Daniel Jones is not mentioned in the MVP conversation?" Ooh,
I mean,
good question.
I can put him and JT in there, honestly. Look, matter of fact, Sam, I'm glad you over here, Sam. Because I remember before the season started, we had a conversation about Daniel Jones.
Yep.
And everything that I spoke fruition to about this situation is actually going through. Because all we needed was a guy that could just put the ball in our playmakers' hands. And he's doing a great job.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's a constant professional. It's so many things, so many great things I can say about Daniel Jones. I just don't understand what the hell the Giants were doing. I really don't.
I'll say this though. I will give you props. Now, again, I'm not saying he's going to be the elitist of the elite, but he's done exactly what they needed: put the ball, not turn it over. I think the Giants just, I don't know. There's just a lot of problems. I think that cause for him to make mistakes. So, the Colts have a great line, obviously, too. Plus, you have that running. You got Jonathan Taylor to take the pressure off. I think when you have those pieces, it makes it a little bit more fluid for Daniel Jones, where he's got time to find things to develop. He can move the ball, So I give you props for that. I will say, I mean, I'm happy to be wrong that you're actually in a good position. So I will bow gracefully and say I was mistaken.
Look, I ain't trying to pick on you too bad.
We do that.
Listen, you got it, man.
You're wrong a lot of times. I'm wrong a lot of times.
Yeah, but Ben don't admit to it. When Ben's wrong, he don't admit to it.
Come on now. I admit, like Spencer Rattler, he been playing. I gotta give him props with.
What's your beef with Spencer Rattler, man?
Good question.
Man, we just don't score points. We literally stall at the wrong moments. Like we have momentum, then they know something stupid happens, or he can't complete the third down conversion. And like I say, he just don't threaten the defense enough. I feel like defense don't respect him. They're like, we know you're gonna take the underneath stuff. We give you the underneath stuff all day long. They feel like they are telling him, beat us.
Mm-hmm.
You don't stop the run. They crashing in on our run. They say, Spencer, you beat us.
That's kind of on the play calling, though, ain't it?
That's
Yeah,
part. Yeah.
yeah.
I
The
just
Saints
feel like
fans
that
were,
kid does a great job in keeping y'all competitive and keeping y'all in these games.
yeah, but it's not turning to W's. A lot of Saints fans said our personnel suck. We were rated by Pro Football Focus as the worst, as the 27th worst offensive, I don't know, scheme
I think
or
that's
something
too
like that.
generous.
Played. I don't think that's true though, because when we had Chris Olave and Rasheed putting up points with those guys and Kamara, I mean, I don't understand why they getting that bad ranking when
No
those
quarterback,
guys can play.
but no QB. Who's the QB to throw it to him? They can't get them the ball.
When other quarterbacks, when Jameis Winston was throwing to him, when what was the other guy's name?
Move Derek Carr.
Hey,
Derek
who was
Carr.
that? Yeah, Derek Carr throwing to him. They were doing good. So I feel like they placing some blame on the Saints
Yeah. Give Drew
receivers.
Brees a
And I
call.
don't think that's the thing. I don't think that's the right thing. I don't believe that's true at all. Even though I do not agree with that ranking that we got the 27 worst
Let me say this about y'all real quick.
offensive weapons.
I think that the Saints' problem was after Sean Payton left, they still tried to do the thing Sean Payton was doing.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that was the problem. I think Mickey Loomis and company tried to, instead of pushing the reset button in full,
And revamping.
in
Yep.
full totality, they didn't.
Mhm.
So a lot of those guys that were with their regime still were there. You still got guys from 5 years ago still on the team. It's time for an overhaul.
You got oh yeah.
And now, of course, you're out of you were in cap hell for 7 years.
Yeah.
You're finally out of cap hell now, so it's time. Because we did it. You bring in these guys, you bring in these older guys.
Yeah.
You know, because you got talent on the roster, but it's either
Mhm.
you're gonna be stuck right in the middle, which honestly is not getting you anywhere because
Mm-mm.
you need to be higher in the draft to be able to, get a blue chip guy. So I just think that a full overhaul is needed for the Saints.
Absolutely.
I agree. Like I didn't want to do it, but I agree. It's time to clean house and start back over.
Get rid of the old guys, go young. Yep.
Rebuild our line,
Loomis,
bring in.
it's time. Like
It's time, guys. It's not working. The blueprint's not working. It's time to let Kellen Moore put a stamp on it. I feel like the quarterback pick in the second round was more of Mickey Loomis than Kellen Moore.
I'm glad you brought that up. Glad you brought that up. Now, as much as you rag on Spencer Rattler, okay, we've been 6 weeks into the NFL season now. Hadn't heard a peek out of Tyler Show. Excuse me. And I'm only bringing this up because, man, there's been ample amount of time. They watch this kid practice every day. If he was a threat to Rattler, he'd be in the game. Okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Loomis, he wasted a pick right there.
Yep. I guess who was there? Will Johnson, the highest grade corner. I want to say not the highest grade
rookie
corner, but he's the highest grade rookie corner.
He was up there.
He's a great player.
86.5 grade. Come on, man.
They passed up on Shador too. I mean,
Yeah, that's one that we could have got Will Johnson second. Could have got
Jaxson Dart.
Yeah, Jaxson Dart.
Exactly.
Not to rub it in, but yeah, I mean,
who was y'all's first round pick, man?
They took the tackle from Texas.
Kevin Banks. He's great.
How's he doing?
He's doing awesome.
He is doing well.
So the foundation is set at left tackle.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
We got
a left tackle
there.
and you got a right tackle. That's wonderful.
Yep, you got the anchor there. Yep.
Now we got to put everything else together. Get better corners. Kakule getting burnt. He got beat by somebody named Botu. I don't know. I ain't know.
Oh, you talking about Boutique? No. Don't say that name. That's an up and riser right there.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't watched a lot of New England. You know more since they in the AFC.
Oh, Keyshawn Booty from LSU.
LSU guy.
Yeah, he was good at LSU.
That was a nice pick.
He had 2 touchdowns on us.
Yep.
So that's and we just need a revamp. But with that being said, what teams are y'all more concerned about? The Bills, Ravens, or Eagles? What star you got, Wood?
The Ravens, they're done. I mean, what are they 1-5 or 1-4? They have a bye.
They're 1-5.
1-5.
1-5. Yeah,
1-5.
they're done. I mean, they're not going to come back from that. Even if Lamar comes back, they're still going to lose a couple more games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're done. I mean,
Yep.
you got to be most concerned about them. They're done.
Yep.
What about you, Flowers?
Eagles.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Eagles. Look, we can throw Baltimore out of this conversation because Lamar's been hurt. We see you see what it is without Lamar. Okay,
Right.
so but I want to talk about the Eagles because it's like every other year they have this same problem offensively. They'll have a successful guy. That guy gets a head coaching job. They bring in or promote a guy, and they do shitty the next year.
Yep.
They're in that shitty phase right now. Excuse my language. What 30th offensively ranked? What Saquon Barkley averaging like 3.2, 3.3 yards a carry.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
I think offensively they're predictable. You seen that this past week with against the Giants. There's no reason that they could not score more than in my opinion, over 20 points in the Giants. The Giants have been terrible with stopping the run and amongst other things this year.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Jalen Carter not playing
Right. He was out.
would be that much of a. Are the Eagles
Impact.
good defensively? I mean, let's be.
They're
I
not.
mean, I have to ask.
Adore
I have to
Jackson.
ask these questions now
They should have left
because
Adore Jackson in New York.
Dory Jackson and Ringo Quinion Mitchell's
Mhm.
not playing. Man, that's Swiss cheese out there. So, okay, Jalen
Yeah.
Carter. That's the only piece that you got. Jordan Davis. He's he's a good run stopper. He's a big guy, physical guy. They're missing Nolan Smith, I think, but we're not taking into fruition what the Eagles lost last year. They
True.
lost a lot. You got
Mhm.
Isaiah Rodgers
Sweat.
in Minnesota, one of the best corners this year. You got
Yep.
Josh Sweat.
Yep.
You got people that
That's got the
retired.
Yep.
They lost a lot.
Brown.
Milton, the big defensive tackle in New England, Milton
Yep.
Yep.
Williams,
Mm-hmm.
he's
Yep.
gone. They are missing a lot of depth defensively, and the depth they had last year made them look like world beaters. They don't
Exactly.
have it now.
Yep.
They do not have it. And if they're going to continue to have these problems trying to figure out Devontae Smith and AJ Brown fiasco of putting the ball in their hands,
Yep.
it's too much because they've gotten by earlier in the season. Now, teams playing them tough, man. There are no walks in the park. I think the Commanders stand a good chance to win this division.
I agree.
If they get healthy.
Yep.
But I mean, honestly, it's up for grabs. Anybody
is.
can win this division. I can't count the Giants out because
No.
that's a new team.
True. Yep.
That's a new team.
Yep.
They are
Giants.
playing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the Giants have the best defense in that division.
Yeah.
So right now with the Eagles, how they playing right now, the Giants are number one, and that's scary because they just took care of Philadelphia, no problem. Philadelphia didn't have a shot as soon as they stepped off the bus. But I thought it was pretty alarming. Saquon had 11 carries this past Thursday. He had 12. He had 12 versus Giants.
Yep.
He had 6 versus Denver. He had 19, 18, 22, 18. So he only went over 20 carries one time.
Yep.
Is that wear and tear from last year? You got to think about the wear and tear they put on last year, but still, okay, like the Denver game, right? They're up double digits. Why aren't you handing the ball off to Saquon Barkley?
Exactly.
They had to prove something. I remember they were proving something. Remember, people was talking about how he couldn't throw the ball. They're like, all right, let's make this Jalen Hurts show, and they threw the ball. I think he threw the ball 39 times.
Yes,
30 sometimes.
Jalen Hurts doesn't need to be throwing the ball over 25 times.
No.
I don't understand. Talking about the Giants, I don't understand how they can lose to the Saints and turn around and beat the Eagles by 3 possessions.
Well, they didn't lose. Let me say this about the Saints. They had 5 turnovers. And on 3 of them turnovers, they were marching down the field on us. We just got some good fumbles on them. Because we never got them 3 fumbles, man, they probably would beat us by 17 points, maybe.
Yeah.
It would have been terrible. So that's why they lost to us.
That's fair. That's very fair.
So, Sam, you agree the Eagles are the most concerning right now?
Honestly, flowers on that because, again, we can all agree right off the Ravens are just the season shot. So it shouldn't even be a conversation. They shouldn't be in that conversation. And Buffalo, I mean, they're sliding, but they do that. There's always a chance coming in. But Philly going, I mean, look, Denver was bad, okay? But then you come and the loss to the Giants there, and now something's got to go bad. If Zadarius Smith is retiring now all of a sudden from that too, he's barely played there. So something's wrong and something's rotten, and it's not always sunny in Philadelphia. But again, I agree everything too. I just feel like I don't know why they're slipping now, and this is like the worst time to be doing that. And again, they're not seeing. I mean, except for Jalen Carter, they're not seeing a lot of massive injuries. It's not like they have a huge injury bug, which a lot of teams are affected by. But not getting Saquon the touches. I mean, he led the team last year. You know, brought him in. He was the running back they needed, and now he's barely getting touches out there. And again, the pressure is on Jalen Hurts to throw the ball, which that shouldn't be the case. It's almost like they're panicking, like this is the end of the season. Like you shouldn't be. I mean, this is still early onset, but you don't. If this trend continues, I agree. Also, I think Washington has every opportunity to go there. And again, maybe even the Giants. The Giants keep playing like this too. Could be a three-way battle. I can't really put Dallas in there. I mean, Dallas is Dallas. Let's just be honest. So
Dallas pissed me off so bad, bro. Oh my God.
Hey,
listen,
I was gonna put Carolina down too. They win at home. They win at home.
no.
I was counting that money flowers. I said, okay. I said, in my back of my head, I remember when we talked about Saturday. I said, okay, everything going good. Then they see them marching down the field. I'm like, oh boy.
This is what happens. Micah Parsons, that hurts them, and that's what Jerry Jones does. He trashes that team. But yeah, no, I think if Philadelphia, and again, it could be a lot of things, if they don't get back on track and figure something out and right this ship, it could go from bad to worse really fast. And this is coming to the almost mid-season point where you don't want to fall behind because, like as I said, as teams, they can taste the playoffs coming, getting closer and trying to fight for those spots. You don't want to take your foot off the gas. And you don't want to get complacent because anything could happen those last couple of weeks. So yeah, I think Philly should be worried.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I'm putting Philly on alert this week. They play Minnesota in Minnesota. That's a trap game. I'm telling you that.
You want to make it luck of your week?
I don't know if I want to do that right now, but
hey,
that's a good one though, cuz.
To be fair though, this is exactly what everybody was saying about Philly at this time last year. They were coming for Nick Sirianni's job.
That's true.
I wouldn't count them out yet because last year
something different.
Yeah, but
it's
I know you said that. I'm just saying, AJ Brown was complaining about targets to start the year last year, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. So I'm just saying, don't count them out yet.
No, I wouldn't do that.
The difference is that defense had veterans and a good mixture of young guys.
That is true.
Yes, and with this one, Kellen Moore's not there. The play calling is totally different. Different.
It's still kind of crazy how
scheming. Hold on, let me just say this: when AJ Brown should have about 10 targets a game, Smith should have about 8 or 9 targets a game. This is they have to not scheming those.
They got a lot of mouths to feed offensively.
Yeah, they not scheming.
Because Dallas Goedert's there also. You got to feed him too.
So my issue is from watching the Giants game, they are not scheming. They just running routes out there. When Kelmore was there, they were showing you misdirections and all this crossings.
They're not doing that.
Passes,
they're not running RPOs or none of that this year.
RPOs, none of that.
Nope.
None of that. That's what I'm saying. Like they are
everything
not
changes.
Their targets early, and technically they got AJ Brown his targets later on in the game after Saquon wore him down. Then they went to AJ Brown. They're not even doing that. They're not even doing that with Saquon, giving his touches early.
Right.
I agree with you, Gad, about last year, but my counter to that is, I'm the main one that's hard on Sirianni, of course. My thing is, they call this man an offensive genius. There's no way in hell they should be ranked in the bottom of the league offensively.
Yeah,
I don't care if the defense is not
with
what it was last year. That offensive line, that talent, they should
Yeah.
not be ranked 30th in the National Football League.
No.
And
You're right.
I know a lot of people are talking bad about AJ Brown, talking about, y'all are winning, you don't need to be complaining. But if I'm AJ Brown and I'm making $100 million and I'm the guy, I want the
Mhm.
ball. I
He
want the
wants to be a
Yep,
ball.
Hall of Famer.
exactly.
Yeah, he wants to be a Hall of Famer. He wants the ball. He wants to contribute to the win. So I don't blame
That's
him.
why. That's why I was telling RC last week. I said AJ Brown has his ring. Now it's about numbers. It's about production. It's not getting me more involved in the scheme. Like I won. I'm a champion now. I want to build on that, and
I
they
am
not helping them
glad.
build.
I am so happy AJ Brown is not in the AFC South anymore. You understand
Yeah,
me?
me and you both.
They look in Tennessee, Tannehill. Well, and this is where he needs to go. He needs to go to New England. Get back with
Mhm.
somebody that knows him in Mike Vrabel,
Yeah,
because Mike Vrabel would
we'll take him.
run a slant, put the ball in his hand. AJ take it 70 yards,
Oh yeah.
and he's better now than he was then. Like if you just look at AJ Brown, that's a top 5 guy at
Oh,
his
for sure.
position in the league.
His
I
talent
Yeah.
mean, that's
was
probably the most. To me, he's more of a more physical specimen than DK Metcalf.
Oh,
Mm.
To me,
mhm.
Hmm.
he
he
he,
got
he looks
better
And he's a
more
hands
better
for
physical.
receiver.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh
a
yeah.
better receiver too.
Oh yeah. No, most definitely a better receiver. But like we used to look at DK. I mean, okay, AJ has never been no small guy, but
No.
DK to me was always the bigger guy between the
Yeah.
two. Them coming out of
Oh
Ole
yeah.
Miss,
Mhm.
AJ looks like the Incredible Hulk right now.
That's crazy they played
Sure
together
do.
in college, though. Imagine
It
having them
is.
as your
Right.
two receivers.
Yeah.
Look,
Like
yeah, just
pick your
imagine me sitting
poison.
at home watching the draft, and I'm telling the guy that's in Virginia that's a Coast fan, man, we got these two guys at Ole Miss. I would love for the Coast to take them, and we take damn, who do we take that? We took a wide out from Ohio State that didn't pan out for us.
Oh, Paris Campbell.
Yeah, Paris
Paris
Yeah,
Campbell.
Campbell.
Paris
We
Campbell.
Yeah,
take Paris Campbell and AJ Brown and
Who'd have thunk it?
and
yeah,
DK is right there.
yeah.
That's
DK and
crazy.
DK, AJ, and Debo all went second round that
It's
year.
Yeah.
I promise.
That's crazy.
Sometimes these GMs they do too much work. Sometimes you just gotta look at the eye test. Like, yeah, he
They
got it.
overthink
That's the
it.
guy.
Yeah. They take too
Yeah,
much.
they
Yeah.
overthink it
Just
way
go
too
with your
much.
gut. If you like him, take him. So it's like the draft
Eye
day.
test.
You watch the movie Kevin Costner. It's Vontae Mack. No matter what happens, I like the guy. I know the guy. I want the guy. Why make it complicated? I mean, maybe test the
But see,
waters, but
that's the Saints. If you want a dart, that was remember that came
he
out
was right
before the
there.
draft,
Yeah.
2 days
right
before the
there.
draft. The Saints said we want dart.
Well,
That's our guy. Like
They could
But
have
what
I
happened?
like
they
it.
could have traded back and probably
Yeah.
still got him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. If you want your guy, go get
Take
your
him.
guy. Don't
Yep.
play games. All right, let's move on to fan posts. All right, fan posts. I'm looking for where is it? Okay, here it is. TJ from Facebook, TJW. He asked the question, why that does not get any respect? Why doesn't that get any respect? And he said, "Will the
Really?
Cowboys make the playoffs?"
Really?
Who want to take first
Really?
crack at that?
I'll take first
Go
crack.
ahead, Flowers.
Look, Dak Prescott, he will not receive any kind of disrespect from me, any kind of slander from me. That man has been playing magnificent. The unfortunate thing is he's with a franchise that kind of in between on what they want to do right now. You
Yeah.
trade away your best defensive player, even if Michael Parsons wasn't there. I mean, if he was
Was
there,
there? Yeah.
they wouldn't be a great defensive team. So I kind of get Jerry's
No.
gesture, but I mean, I've been saying it for the past few years. When Dak's healthy, I think he's a top 10 quarterback in this league. Of course, Jerry Jones is only going with what he's invested his money in. So all the money's invested offensively. Dak is fulfilling his obligations. Look, there's nothing bad I can say about Dak because Dak is playing like an MVP right now. So we just need Dallas as a whole to match what Dak's giving out, because in all of these games that we've seen from Dallas this past year so far, Dak hasn't been the issue. Man, been the issue, man. He's wielded them. He's gave them leads. He's brought them back. He's kept them in every game. So defensively, they got to figure that out. And I will say that, hey, I was wrong about Schottenheimer. I didn't think that he would have the command that he had with them guys. You know, those guys respond to him well.
That's
Great
true.
offensive line. They do a great job of drafting offensive line. The Booker kid fits in perfectly well. Devontae Williams is running the ball great. Great offensively. Got to figure it out
Yes.
defensively.
They gotta get
I
it
think
together.
that they have a chance to make the playoffs because the NFC is so,
Bad.
like I say, it's so open. Injuries and everything else. Like I said, San Francisco this past week, you know, they lose Fred Warner. I think that's probably it for San Francisco. You know, even though they're getting all these pieces back, you know, you can have all that shit. They look like another Dallas without Fred Warner, somebody and Nick Bosa. So Dallas, they're gonna have a chance to probably have a chance to get in late. It just depends on how the stretch is. I need to look at their schedule and see who they have, but they got a chance.
Yeah, they do. They do. All right. This question to Tom, our friends from Tom Powell podcast, they always have the interesting questions. They said, are there any other athletes named after fruit besides Darryl Strawberry? The only one I can think of, Kelsey Plum.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it.
Nobody named Banana. Eli Apple.
Eli Apple. That's true.
Eli
Apple.
Apple.
Eli Apple. That's right.
Burnt toast.
Yeah,
that too. So you got a 2-for-1 with that one.
2-for-1. And
man, that's a good question. That's a good question there.
I never thought. I know people have food names like Jerry Rice or something like that, but I don't know about fruit. That's the only one. Like I said, Kelsey Plum.
Hey,
that's it.
Eric Berry.
Eric Berry. Eric Berry. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, about Eric Berry. I'm surprised.
That's a good question on Family Feud.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I'm surprised there's not more players with names as a fruit.
There's got to be somebody called avocado, right?
Banana.
Sooner or later.
All right. Or something. All right. They have another question. They said, would makeup sets revolutionize hockey industry?
Oh, heck yeah. I don't know.
I think that's a question for Randy.
I don't know how to answer that one.
I don't know nothing about hockey, to be honest.
Hey, I don't know makeup and makeup sets.
Makeup, is it angry? Is it?
What are they making up from? That's my question.
All the fighting they do.
I could think of a. Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I don't know. That would not.
I could think of some other sports where makeup would work, but maybe not. I don't know about hockey, but
you going home, your front teeth knocked out, trying to make love to your wife. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't say that question for Randy. He might answer that one better than.
Come home with black eyes and you looking for love. You're gonna be looking for confident healing.
Come here, honey.
You're looking for a doctor. That's what you're gonna be looking for. So I saw this dude. I was watching some hockey game yesterday. Dude, bloody up. I'm like, dang.
Yep.
Oh.
You think he was worried about going home making love?
Yeah. I be thinking about my face. You know what I'm saying? I like my face too much to play hockey.
He too worried about trying to put a steak over his eye.
I know that's right.
Too pretty.
Thank you, our friends from Tom Powell's podcast. They always send us these off the wall questions to keep us on our toes, and they definitely keep us on our toes.
Yep.
So thank you, and thank you for TJ saying the question about the Cowboys. I'm guessing he's a Cowboys fan. It's a lot.
One would hope so.
Gotta be.
One would hope so.
A lot of same 49 fans. You can't just get rid of them.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on to our stud and duds, and we'll get out of here. Here it is. All right, Flowers, who your stud?
Man, second week in a row, man. Rico Suave, aka Rico Dow.
Rico Dow. Thank you, Rico.
For ETN in motion. Fake it to Dowdle. Young's got a shuffle. Steps up, throws. Wide open man is Dowdle. And he's going to take it to the end zone against his former team. Touchdown, Carolina. And the Panthers lead.
I ain't gonna lie. Them Carolina Blues with black helmet. Don't you know?
They're nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gatwood, who's your stud?
I was gonna ask y'all something. What do y'all think's the sickest NFL jersey right now?
Bengals black and white. To me,
I like the throwback Seattle that they wore.
Yeah.
The past
Them creamsicles for Tampa Bay look good.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. The creamsicles of the Buccaneers are my favorite.
Yuck. No, I would pick the Buffalo Chill. I like those better. I think, yuck. If I had to pick.
Yeah, I would say definitely those. I think those jerseys are the best ones out there.
Even the Patriots new one this year actually is nice, the one they did.
I like when the Patriots wear their throwback unis.
I need Indianapolis to get some new jerseys.
Yeah,
y'all have the same concept. Maybe y'all have some all black ones though.
We got some black ones that we did last year, but I would like to see just something different.
But yeah, jazz it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The black ones do look good though.
They are, yeah, they're nice.
They do.
They're chic.
Yes, indeed. All right, guy. Well, who's your stud?
Bijan.
Oh, Bijan, you have him on your fantasy team, don't you?
Not in our league.
81 yarder last night.
Where is the video? Oh, I got it on something else. Here it is.
Here's Penix, a 1st and 5. Robinson off the right side, breaks free. Bijan Robinson spinning down the sideline. Still going. Can they catch him? They cannot. Touchdown, Falcons, 81 yards.
Mm-hmm.
A lot got some good looking jerseys too.
Yeah, the throwback. Yeah.
I'm a Saints fan. I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do like Atlanta's jerseys.
Yeah.
RC's stud was who was it? Baker.
Okay.
Oh, Gatwood, yeah. Gatwood, I thought your stud was no, you're right. RC's is Baker's. That's right.
And it's
I said that at first.
Together, and when you win, solves a lot of stuff. 2nd and 11. Going for a big ball.
Open target. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taz Johnson has his first NFL touchdown.
L, he's a Cowboys fan. He said Jerry needs trade for a defensive player.
He already traded his best one.
Yeah, so that ain't gonna happen. Right. Nice try. Keep dreaming.
He already trade. Jay.
It can only get worse from there. Keep dreaming.
My stud is Drake May.
Okay.
His catches count, all of them for first downs.
Fake handoff to Stevenson. May feeling the pressure. Taking a shot. He's got his man.
Yeah, buddy.
Douglas, and he is in. Touchdown.
Yeah, Drake makes a problem.
Drake makes a
problem.
That our secondary is terrible. Sanker, he's a rookie, so I give him a pass. Sam, man, I don't have no videos, but you had to choose one. Who your stud from this week be?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with the hot hand. I'm gonna say Jaxson Dart actually, because being thrust in there, and he did step up. You never know when the guy has the opportunity, but I like it. I think the Giants have found something special, and I think he's only going to get better. So he's my pick.
Yeah. Let me see. This was the shirt I was working on last night. I'm making a couple of them. Let me see. Can I put it up real quick? This is right here. Is just a template. I don't know if y'all can see that.
That's pretty. Yeah, I like that.
Look, I would say this. Instead of that Jaxson Dart on the side, you need to put a bullseye behind him.
There you go.
Behind him
with a bullseye with a dart.
Yeah,
behind him. Okay,
pure accuracy. Yep.
Target.
Ben, if you make that one picture with him and Scatterboo with Scatterboo with his shirt off, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I was working on one. I'm working on that one too right now. I haven't finished it yet. Cause I was gonna make it as a rap album.
Ooh,
that'd be good.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be a good one.
So I don't even know what I did with it, but I was working on that last night because my Shador shirt has been selling like crazy. I sell about 4 or 5 of them a day.
I still think Cleveland's doing him dirty, but
look, they're gonna put him in towards the end of the year, or eventually Gabriel's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna get an opportunity. He'll get an opportunity.
Yeah, I think that's why people are buying his shirt right now, I think they're anticipating that sooner or later that Shador will get a shot. It's just a matter of time.
And back to Flowers' point, this is why I say I agree. Stefanski's got to go. When you trade Flacco and your only other quarterback is Shador, and you say he's not the number 2 guy, really?
Well, he is now. They playing mind games with him.
But I'm saying, but Stefanski goes, I'm not calling him the number 2. Well, who do you have left? I mean,
yeah, it's crazy.
Watson, I think.
They had Bailey Zappi or somebody like that on the practice squad.
Oh yeah, Zappi.
Oh yeah, Bailey Zappi. Yeah, that's right. He's down on the practice squad.
What you say, Gatwood?
I'll say, imagine getting you think you're going to be a first round pick, you drop all the way to the 5th round, and you still get drafted by the Browns. That's gotta suck.
That hurts. Yeah, that's like
he said. Gail came out and said he didn't want to go to the Browns, and then Browns like,
well,
yeah,
and not to mention, you're also the Browns pick a quarterback before you. They take Gabriel before you, so you're the afterthought.
He got done so dirty.
Dylan Gabriel's limited. I ain't got nothing against that young man.
No, I don't either.
He's
right.
He is. Yeah.
Shador is the talent, though. We got to be honest. Yeah, he's got more capabilities there.
Yeah, if we're being honest, Dylan Gabriel kind of got some. He got kind of put in a bad situation too.
Oh yeah,
he did.
Brown. It's the Browns. What can you say? They don't know what they doing out there.
Exactly.
Right, so this is the other one I'm working on. It's not finished yet. I'm still playing around with it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, change that New York, or you might can keep that, but you need to put rookie season as the album cover or something like that.
Rookie season.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah.
Season of Dreams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just put SZN rookie season, something like that.
I like that. I like that.
They're gonna be a scary combo, Scatabo and Dart. I think that's nice chemistry they got going there.
Scatto, yep. Scat pack. All right, Flowers, who your dud?
Aaron Gleen, you know I can't let this man go after
I'm gonna show it. A lot of people didn't watch that game. It was 8:30 in the morning. So this is what happened. This guy breaks it down.
It's late, but stay with me because this has been on my mind all day since I watched it. Holding penalty resulted in a safety, meaning yes, as long of 52, and passing yards by taking sacks like he was the Grinch. I mean, yes. Passing yards by taking sacks like he was the Grinch? I mean, yes, but not this time. We're nearing the end of the first half. The Jets have the ball and get to a 4th and 1 situation with little over a minute left on the clock when they call a timeout. Now, it's pretty obvious to many that when the Jets call out their punt unit, a fake is on the table. I mean, for the love of God, they have Breece Hall lined up back there for their one and only time. And even though the Broncos were on it like white on rice, they still were able to pick up a yard because, hey, that sometimes can happen even when you know what's coming. So where's the malpractice? They ran a successful fake punt. Well, it's what they do after that that literally blows everybody away, which was nothing. I mean, you'd think, hey, all cards on the table. They literally just hand the ball off and are forced to call their final timeout on 2nd and 6. Literally, a play call that broke Kurt Warner as he just sat there speechless.
Kurt Warner's hair is on fire in this booth.
I'm not normally speechless, but I'm trying to figure this out.
Then, on top of that, the next play results in a sack to lose 2 of those yards. But even more insanely, on 3rd down, they throw it short of the chains to bring up a second 4th down. And just do nothing. They just let the time expire. Nothing happens. It's like a great climax of an action movie ends with a literal middle school level fart joke. It's not funny. No one's laughing, and I kid you not, the last 45 seconds before the commercial break, Kurt Warner didn't say a single word. I can only imagine he's sitting in that booth, mouth agape at what he.
So
look, I was trying to find the footage of when he ran on the field and got to talking to the ref. Now, that was hilarious. Like,
I didn't see that.
Yes, like doing that whole sequence with that 4th and 1. Somewhere in there, he ran out on the field. Like I think it was on the punt. It was the fake punt. They were trying to get the spot right. He ran out on the field, going back and forth with the referee about the spot. It was a mess.
Oh my goodness! I couldn't believe when I was watching it. I'm like, what is going on?
They're a mess, man.
Gary Wilson had every right to be upset.
Wasted talent.
Did you see that hospital ball he threw to Gary Wilson in the 4th?
Tufanga. That's why he's out now, because Tufanga hit him. Yeah. Would have put him in field goal range.
I feel like like most receivers are divas. I feel like Garrett Wilson's handling his situation so good, though.
He is.
Yeah,
Like,
Agreed,
I mean,
yeah.
he could be crashing out right now for how good
And
he
every
is.
reason to be, yeah, and he's not.
Yep. Gatwood, who's your dud?
Tua.
Tuna fish, come on down.
Tua over the middle, and it's picked off.
See that?
Intercepted
Yeah.
by St.
That's
Juice.
That's a bad throw.
That's
He had
bad.
3. Okay, I watched the
That's somebody on the
video.
outside, did
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
So he had 3 interceptions in his game. I take both of them away from him. Cause the first one, it was off the hands of Waddle into another player. So I was like, okay, that wasn't his fault. The last one came at the very end of the play when they just trying to get the ball downfield. So he really had one interception. So I want to hang that on him. Flowers, you say your dud. RC dud was who was it? Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
14 to go. This is essentially the game as the Jets are out of timeouts. Fields.
Somebody open right across the
What
sea.
is that?
Until he can't.
People are open.
People open. He was just patting that thing like a
Too long. Get rid of that ball, son.
Justin Fields, he's going to have to accept his Taysom Hill role at some point.
Yep.
Somebody going to use him just like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my dud is Cooper Rush. I don't know what he's doing out there.
Blitz coming. Rush on the run, and it's picked off. Quinton Lake stepped in front of it, grabs a pick.
Not even close.
Now we
The
see
boy
why
got
Lamar's
antsy.
the MVP.
Y'all
The boy
remember when Jerry Jones was acting like he was a dog or something?
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody like, oh, is he gonna be the next quarterback? Is Dak out? Nah, man, that have nothing to
Behind a
worry
good roster, good talent to throw to, good running
Yep.
game. You know, we had to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys, we're brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. Put a little money on some sports. We got college football. WNBA season is over, but hockey just started. Got me a car going right
NBA
now.
next week.
NBA next week. The money said, come get me. So place your bets.
Y'all know what
Bet
the first
Us.
game is, don't y'all? Opening night.
Oh,
the first
Houston
game?
and OKC, right?
Yep. KD's debut.
There you go. Debut
In
coming home.
OKC. That's gonna be a good
You
one.
haven't got your KD jersey yet?
I don't, but I'm ready to see him play, man. I'm excited.
There you
I
go.
mean,
Could be a
KD
good
on my
game.
team, man. That's cool to see.
Cool to see. You might not win,
So,
nothing,
and
but it's cool to see.
I just
Man,
want to
what
say
you
just
talking
briefly
about?
He said, what you talking about?
The Rockets are gonna be a problem this year, brother.
They're gonna be
Never
better
know.
this
I
year.
know, man.
agree.
You know, I just got messed with you, Kai. You have so many heartbreaks. It's not even funny. You almost up there with me.
I just want to say for me, just quickly, my dud, but he doesn't get enough shade, is I would throw it to Jerry Jones. Just saying. I'm going to put that out there.
Oh,
That's all I'm going to say.
guys.
For them to lose in that
I mean-
fashion, you're right, Sam.
Yep. Just going to leave it just that. It speaks for
Yeah,
itself. That's it.
I was gonna do Dallas defense as a dud, but I'm like, nah, Rico Dowd scoring on, so I leave that off. God, they ruined my parlay. I'm like,
It starts with the GM/owner. That's where he's not building that team. He's wasting talent. So
I'll talk to you Friday. We'll just do 10 again. We'll try to hit something with 10.
Look, I've already scoped the scene, so I feel pretty good about this week with college and NFL.
I'm gonna do some research.
I just need to see the injury report Friday, see who playing and who not playing.
Sir.
that's crucial. Yep.
All right, guys, man, we had a great episode. We'll be back next week. My kid got a game Thursday. That's why we haven't been doing 2 episodes a week. Cause we usually do when the NFL season start up, but son playing like 3 different sports.
Hey, what's their record down there?
Pedal, they only lost 2 games.
Well,
that's good. That's good.
5-2 or 6-2.
A lot of
Yeah, they
talent
beat
down
Oak
there,
Road
man.
this past Friday. Yeah, they beat Oak Road this past Friday, and I think they lost to Columbia. I want to say it was Columbia or Columbus, something like that.
Yeah, it was
So
Columbia.
they like
Columbia,
6-2.
probably.
It was Columbia. Columbia, man, they got some dogs out there.
Got some ballers. Yep.
Pedal got a defensive lineman going to Texas. They got running back with a bunch of SEC offers. They got some players.
Oh, you talking about Aisley?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yep. Pedal seemed pretty. They got Brandon this. They got Brandon this Friday. I won't be traveling.
That's gonna be tough
down that way, but
Yeah.
they got
That's gonna
Brandon
be a
this
tough
Friday.
one.
So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe. I always forget to tell people like and subscribe, but please do that. Share with family and friends. Thank you guys over on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Appreciate the support. Shout out to Jay and podcast. Go follow them and go follow the Tom Powell's podcast. We appreciate the love. We'll see y'all next week. We out of here.
Y'all boys be good.
All right,
Good
fellas.
night, all. Take care.
See y'all, fellas.
Next time.